Golly.
So yeah, if it's before 7:30, I'll get it. But if it's after 7:30,
You're just too busy.
I'm just trying to get things together. And this was an easy setup. It was just gathering the stuff. Hey, come on. You want to say hi to Sentinel 1000, Charlie, and Pay?
Hi.
A little loud.
I gotta get going.
Okay.
Okay, babe, I didn't know. I saw your car was here. I think I'm parked in front of your car. My keys are in the ignition, so you can move it behind your mom's car.
All right, cool.
Cool. Have a good day. Yeah.
I thought she was going to be home this morning, so I just pulled up behind her. Because usually she's not here when I get here.
Where she's working, it's all young kids working there. And they had 2 people quit. They have one that's about to get fired. He doesn't know it yet. And that leaves the managers who don't know what they're doing. Plus, well, from what I understand, as far as like the dailies in and outs, the how to make everything, what all's going on. So then it's basically her and 2 other people to cover all the shifts and do all the duties that the manager would do, the assistant manager would do, and the normal stuff that a person would do. Plus handle not only the store stuff, the restaurant stuff, but the catering orders too. So there's a lot going on right there. And when you only got 3 people, you can't really burn them all out,
Well, maybe I need to go ahead and get off the road, quit my job, and get back into restaurant management and go over there and help them out.
You could, I guess. You should. You know the guy.
I do?
Evidently, because you're the one that showed him our videos at a Come See Me one year.
Oh.
Because when she first went in for the interview, she got she came out of the interview with a brisket cook order.
Oh, I remember that.
I was like, whoa. She didn't shut the door all the way. But anyway, so so that guy was like, yeah, he goes, I know you from the show and your dad and this and that. And it was kind of crazy, but sounds about usual. Yeah. And her being treated like a manager, but not being treated accordingly. Yep. And they're not. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, they bought I don't want to get too deep into it, but they don't have any restaurant experience when they bought the business.
This stuff is hard to learn on the fly. If you got no training, especially if you haven't started at the bottom and worked your way up. There's a lot involved.
And if you're not committed to it, they bought this thinking it was just going to continue to roll
and money
and make sustain itself, and it hasn't. So, but anyway, I'm not there, so I only get secondhand information, which is usually exaggerated. So, and usually exaggerated with a lot of passion. So, with that, let's move on. So yesterday I had the chili cook-off for the workout group, and
how many entries?
We had 7.
Okay.
So that was good. I had 9 wrote down. 1 did cancel, and then another one was like kind of unsure. So it wasn't a big deal that he didn't show, that he didn't bring any, but he did show up. So we had about 30-some people, counting kids, all the way down to crawling to some young teens, 14s, 15s.
Okay.
So I was coming home and I was like, man, I don't want to go to the store. My brain's hurting just because it was a lot. What's up, Tom? It was just a lot, for my brain to process. And so I was like, let me see what I got in the pantry. And I came across this can of collard greens. My cousin, when we were over there for New Year's, she gave me like 4 cans. She said, "Are these any good?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're pretty good." So these are turkey flavored collard greens. So out of the can, and I said, "Now what do I have that I could do with that? I could make them as a side, but that's typical boring stuff, right? That's not me. I wanted to try something different. And if it's something different that makes him go, ugh, then that's fantastic."
I love collards.
So what I've got is while I was staring at this can of collard greens and trying to keep my brain from flatlining, because it does that. The thought came to mind was the spinach burgers, the patties that I had made years ago, and so the thought was, can I substitute a can of collard greens for what was supposed to be a bag of frozen spinach that is thawed and pressed? Sounds legit, right? So then I was like, okay, well, what else do I have? Because I have all the ingredients, right? I have an onion, I have garlic powder, I have breadcrumbs, thank you, Peg, and I'm going to add some bacon because collard greens need bacon. I have eggs, and the shredded cheese was kind of iffy because I've got a little bit of cheese, but I need like a half cup, and I only got like a little bit of shredded cheddar. But I have this cajote from when we were doing tacos, so I'm going to use that. How bad could it be, right? Slept in this morning. I gotta see what's. Sorry, the thing's in the way. Slept in this morning. Been working on breakfast. Woke up starving. Yep. Casey liked the Dr. Pepper beans. She ate them last night. Oh, yeah. So there was a can. We were walking through the aisle, and there was the baked beans, and the label caught me, and it was made by Sassy, I think it was, and they had Dr. Pepper baked beans in a can, and I got them, and I've heard they were nasty. I didn't try them, but Pei was like, "I like Dr. Pepper. I like baked beans." I was like, "Well, here, take them." So that's good news. Rocking hobo style. Yeah, we're trying. So anyway, let's get started while I keep yapping. Did you use a Spanish accent to say tacos? No, I didn't. How do you pronounce the cheese? Jojote, carita, fajita, carita. I don't know. Cajote. It's Cotija, cajote. I think that's right. All right, so we'll get you a pair of gloves here.
Cotija.
Now I did get bashed in one of the comments a while back about my mispronunciation and unwillingness to try certain foreign to me things, and that I make fun of them and I mispronounce them on purpose, and so apologies. I didn't know what cajote cheese was until about a year ago. So get you some gloves, Rusty. You're going to be mixing. Probably should turn the heat on. What do you think?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. At least a good start.
Yep. Let me get the heat rocking. Put this right here. Make sure that's off. See if I remember how to turn this on. It's been a while since I've turned it on. But oh, sorry, Charlie. That was a little lackluster. There. Is that better, Charlie? I don't know. My wife's like, "Are you a freaking idiot?" I will say that yesterday it was kind of nice that she was kind of dogging about my crazy ideas, and I was like, but now I have guys that are actually like supporting of my crazy ideas. So here's my recipe. I pulled it out of the recipe box. I know you can't read it. So we're going to start off with, I've got the collard greens laid out. This over here. I've got the collard greens already laid out on a paper plate, and I drained them and then put them on this plate with napkins to soak down some more. How good are you at separating eggs?
I've never had to separate them. I mean, I can do it, but I've never had to.
Well, you got to separate 2 of them. So I need the whites of 2 eggs. Let me slide this over. Well, you need 1 whole egg, so make that your whole one. The next one you can't screw up. You can't screw up the next one. Let's hold on. Let me do something. Let me find crack it in that. Because if you screw it up, then that way it's in there. Crack it and put it in your hand. Okay.
That's the way my mama did it. She just ran it through her fingers in the kitchen.
Which is fine. Okay. So then there's one. Let me dump this out.
What, do we save the yolk?
Well, might as well because, I'm making it correct. Just oh, there we go. I'll make them for Rex later. All right. You need 1 more because you messed up the first one. Just kidding. I'm just teasing. The whites will fall into the bowl through your fingers. Yep.
That's the way my mama did it.
Yep.
Since I do have gloves on.
Did it break? Okay. Now you're dropping egg everywhere.
There is a tiny bit of yellow in there.
That's all right.
Not much.
It's all right. Usually I don't do that.
I don't either.
No, I mean even for this recipe.
Oh.
Okay. Now you can probably. You're dropping everywhere. But all right. So now.
Here in a minute.
Yeah. So since we did that part first, now I'm gonna add it says a bag of spinach, but I'm gonna use this can of collards, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it in. They are drained and patted. Sat on this paper towel for a while. Okay. Now, the shredded cheese, about a half cup. So I'm going to use this cajote cheese, about a half cup. Okay. Close enough. Close enough. All right. Now, the breadcrumbs. So it's a half cup of breadcrumbs, which I already measured out. Okay. Now it says red pepper flake, a teaspoon of red pepper flake, but there is pepper flake in the collards. because these are seasoned and they do have red pepper flake in them. I did check. Salt and garlic powder. So it says a teaspoon of salt. And as we know, I'm probably not putting enough in. That's probably close enough. We'll add more. It does say, I forgot this part, a 1/4 cup of diced onion. That's probably close. What do you think?
I think it's close.
Okay, now that does have some liquid in there that will cook out and hold up. Now, the thing that I'm going to add that I did is some par-baked bacon that I diced. Because I think collard greens need bacon. Can I do them without? Yes. Is it just as good? Yeah. But because this is for breakfast, I'm doing it this way. And then it is a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Which really, does that matter?
I don't believe it does.
So, all right, now you can mix. Mix-a-roo. No on the garlic. Yep. Still rocking my Christmas plates. So this is a simple recipe. My cousin Mandy, y'all met Mandy, videos and whatever here and there and through the chat. She sent me this, I don't know how many years ago. And I made it and I really enjoyed it. And I think I've made it a few times on videos or a live or something. But this was one that I found pretty, I don't know, I like it. I don't make it that often. Collards are bacon and should have bacon or ham. Yeah. Yes. But I didn't know how this would work with collard greens. So I'm expecting a whole lot different flavor. So we'll see what happens. But I also have some bacon for the bread. I got white bread that the girls had, which I don't use white bread, but the girls had it left over and they're not using it, so I've got to get rid of it. So we're using it this morning. So we'll toast up some white bread, and then I got some Duke's mayo. I got some sausage patties as a side, and then I got we'll make some pimento instant grits with pimento cheese. Yeah. So now, let me get out my, here it is. Honey Badger may remember that. The Lodge silicone brush. All right, let's see if we can get back over there somewhat. What's up with the breadcrumbs? Keto pork rind, dude. Yeah, normally, but I had these. What was I doing? So I had the breadcrumbs on hand. I wasn't going to the store just to get pork rinds. And I'll admit, my keto-ish has gone by the wayside due to, I don't know, holidays and self-destruction mode. That's a whole nother situation. But I'll just kind of briefly touch on that. Part of what I've been doing for the last, 30 years or so is some sort of self-destruction, whether it be doing stupid stuff, drinking or, tobacco use or whatever else, right? Some way that's not good for me. And I've been using foods the last couple of years since I'm not drinking to do that. And especially since the melanoma has not resurfaced, which is coming up in about a month. We got scanned. So now, since we got that coming up, I use food to go ahead and make a nice patty, probably about yay big around. Not real thick, but say maybe quarter inch. That's good. So I use that as a way to self-destruct. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's what I do. So having snacks around from like the kids being home and stuff, that's where I've been doing kind of whatever's around and whatever's easiest. But today, actually, we're going to have some grits this morning. I'm going to have some of this, and then we're getting back on track because I've got to go see the diabetes lady in a few weeks, and like 3, 4, and I got to get myself on track. So I will admit the keto thing has really fallen by the wayside. But thank you for trying to keep me on track, though. Thank you, Charlie. Grits and collard greens for breakfast. I'm glad I made mine. You don't like grits and collard greens? Hey, I like grits.
The only thing I use grits for is to sprinkle on ant hills to kill ants. I can't eat them. I don't know what it is. I just do not like grits at all. I love oatmeal.
So no catfish. Okay, well, I haven't had catfish in a while.
Why would you have catfish and collard greens?
Tom has catfish for breakfast. Usually while he's watching, he told me when we met up the one time that while he's watching us make stuff, he's making catfish for breakfast.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because I love catfish.
I like catfish too.
I got bags of catfish nuggets in the freezer I make all the time at the house.
The breadcrumbs are for Rusty to snack on. Actually, Pay had left them. She made some homemade chicken tenders, and the boy is very particular on how it's done, so she got breadcrumbs for that. So they were in the pantry. I can't argue with that. So today's cook was what I had in the pantry, and that's where I'm at. But the chili cook-off went off well. We had seven different chilies: Collard Rock, grits, and so Charlie, I'm gonna throw this out there. If you take the instant grits, add some pimento cheese to it, like a couple tablespoons, like big heaping tablespoons of pimento cheese to it, and then add your hot water and stir all that together so it melts in there. Top off with a little bit of low sodium Cajun seasoning. Boom, you're on. I'm telling you, it works. In July, when my tooth was all jacked up and I was in a lot of pain, that was what I lived off of for about 3 weeks. Pimento cheese grits. No bacon, just pimento cheese grits. But ship on a shingle, SOS. I haven't done SOS in a long while. That could be coming up. We could be doing some SOS. I got some hamburger left in the freezer. I've got to go through the freezer and start kind of cleaning some stuff out, to recuperate from Christmas.
I've never used hamburger growing up. For some reason, my dad loved this. It came in a little glass jar. It was a dried beef or something.
Oh, we know that, yeah. Oh, we know the dried beef.
Okay. And whenever he made SOS, he always used that dried beef with it.
Yep. That's so Pay makes these, we call them pickle things. My wife grew up with them. Her aunt used to make them, and we would take a strip of dried beef from the Armor glass jar. Mm-hmm. You put a little cream cheese down, and then you take a sweet gherkin pickle, and you lay that and then you roll
Okay.
it. And that gives you like that salty, sweet, crunchy, mushy, really good snack. Problem is, you make 2, you eat 1. So it's so by the time you're done making them, you're like, bleh. But they are very good. So, but we use that dry beef for that.
So you would just use hamburger in place of the dried beef whenever you make it? Okay.
Yep. It's been a long time since I made it, because normally I make just sausage gravy.
Right.
I mean, it's virtually the same thing. Instead of biscuit, you got white bread.
Right. In my mind, that's what you did. You just made gravy, instead of SOS.
Yep.
But I guess SOS is just simply dried beef gravy.
Yeah. So this is instant grits, butter. They would revoke my Southern card for using these, but I'm from Ohio. So I do have.
And I can say I've never seen them in cups like that. Every time I see the instant grits, they're always in that paper package. You just shake and rip off.
I had picked these up because some of the guys I work out with, they were coming over for breakfast, and sometimes they like grits with like they're bacon and eggs.
Right.
And I didn't have any instant grits, and I was going to host out here, so I could do this, have some water ready, and dump in like I'm getting ready to.
Yeah, it's convenient too. I see.
Yeah.
Like because we buy the instant grits at home for Teresa, and I can just pour it in that cup instead of having to go get out a bowl. And
now, cost-wise, it's cheaper to buy the box with the bag in it. But so really, I just got a little bit left, and I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. There's not much left. Just going to take about half of it, drop it right in. Right? So here, add my Bayou Bear, because I really like this stuff. Is the more and more I use it, and I've been making it for years, but I find just a little splashes here and there. Made something the other day, and now this is just hot water, and there's a line you got to fill up to. As I spill everywhere. It's all right, I got a towel. I got one on me now. Oh. It's not very good. You ever notice some of the towels got like that? They're like the microfiber or whatever, and they don't suck up the water.
Yeah, they spread it.
Yeah, and then it makes it all. I don't know. But anyway, you just do that. And then you stir it up. The cheese will melt. The grits will cook. And you mix in the seasoning to get it the way you want it. In just a few minutes, I probably should have done this last, but it's okay. I was in a hurry. Why am I in a hurry? I don't know. But so yeah, so the guys, if you look on the other channel, the Black Ribbon Warrior, tomorrow's video is making the trophies for the cook-off, and then the following week, next week's week from Monday will be the kind of talk a little more about the decorating the booth, and then some of the pictures and stuff from the cook-off, so that way you guys can see kind of what some of the ideas were. One guy had actually, and he won the best booth design. He made a paper mache volcano this high. I mean, it was big around. It was awesome. Paper mache'd it, painted it, and then he 3D printed little figures for Lord of the Rings and had them painted. He hand painted them and put those up on top, so it was like going into Mordor. And so it was really cool. And so that was really neat. So there was some creativity in these, what some of the people did. So
This might sound stupid. So is Mordor the name of a volcano?
It was so Mordor is the region in Lord of the Rings where it was basically like hell. Is what it was kind of depicted as. You think about it, it's just completely dark, almost night. The only light you have is from the glow of the lava and stuff like that. And so there's Mount Doom is the volcano. Yep. And that's where they have to take the ring to. So they have to travel basically. They have a whole world map set up, and it's basically like if you were in California, you got to go all the way to Florida walking while people are trying to kill you. These orcs, demons, are trying to kill you. And you go to the volcano and you got to drop the ring into the lava to destroy all the evil.
So Lord of the Rings is an actual ring, like goes on your finger?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was just like...
It's a whole miniseries. Like, there's 3 movies in Lord of the Rings, and then there's like 3 movies that are the prequels to the Lord of the Rings. So, yeah. The spatula's back there. Oh, yeah, the fish one's right there.
So then I didn't see it.
So you know these are done when they get golden brown. So we're starting to see some golden brown here. Could be just the bacon, and I could be completely wrong. Oh, they're golden. little crisp. Look, we're going to call that Cajun.
That one's golden.
Yep. These are Cajun. Awesome.
These 2 are golden.
Yep. Tell where the heat's concentrated. So, I should have just left this on there to keep the heat in, but oh well. It happens.
You know, Lord of the Rings is one of those movies I haven't seen yet. It's probably been out, 20 years or so, maybe?
Easily. So, this bacon I put on the bacon wizard thing that I got off the wheel.
And microwave thing?
Yep, and I microwaved it for like 9 minutes. And some of them still need a little crisping for your liking. They're fine for me.
Those are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not a picky. I don't like it raw, but I like it.
Mm-hmm. To me, that's raw.
So, drop some bacon down here to get crisped up. Add a little bit of fat there.
I'm going to make this for you.
Then these ones up are for me. These are okay. But fun fact, Gollum didn't die and the ring wasn't destroyed. Gollum got the ring back, moved to Colorado, and changed his name to Charlie. Ooh. I missed that part because he did like soak in there. Was there like a force field that came around it? Because when he put it on, he disappeared. So I guess it could have. I guess he could have like put the ring on as he was getting incinerated by the lava, and then disappeared. And he'd be like a California raisin, maybe. Maybe he came back as a California raisin. Led Zeppelin, yeah. Gollum in the Ring, yes. And was it Ozzy sung it in a Black Sabbath? I think it was Black Sabbath song. He mentions it. It was crisping up just nice. You get the. What did I just add? Those patties are done, and we're able to pull them off. He's more worried about the bacon because he doesn't know how these patties are going to turn out. But y'all had an adventure this week, didn't you?
Man, my body's still sore from something as simple. Changing out a heating element in a water heater. My water heater kept tripping the breaker, and so I took all the clothes out of my closet because our water heater is behind a trap door in our closet. Pulled everything out of the closet.
That's where you keep the wife when she's being bad, right? Kind of like Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's what it is. And but anyway, had to pull it out and took the two panels off, the upper and lower elements, and I did not see, granted I can't see inside the tank, but I didn't see anything that was, looked like it was broken or messed up. But the bottom element, I could see there was rust around it. And to me, if there's rust, that means there's water leaking somewhere because you got to have water to make the rust.
I mean, that's only science, right?
So I took upon myself to say, okay, well, this is the problem. So I go to Lowe's, I get me a new heating element, get home. On top of my water heater was the special tool that you need to remove the heating element. Well, I could not get that tool to work. So then I had to go to an auto parts store. I went to Advance because I needed a socket. There was a 1.5 inch deep well socket. And got that, got to the house, and not paying attention when I bought the socket, it was a 1/2 inch drive. I don't have any 1/2 inch drive ratchets to attach to the socket. But my impact wrench in my shed is a 1/2 inch drive. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll have to get my air hose, bring in my impact wrench, and try and attach that. But the wrench was too big for me to get it where the part was. Anyway, it's a whole big mess. And my daughter's brother-in-law, Seth, he had a handheld impact wrench that had the right end on it, a little DeWalt unit. He brought it over to the house, and it took a breaker bar and the impact wrench to get that element out. It was rusted in there super tight.
Wow.
But we finally got it out, put in the new element, but this little space I had to work with, I was on my knees, twisting my body right, reaching my arm around, and having to keep getting up and getting down to reposition. It was just a nightmare. But luckily, I got the element replaced. The element was $11, and the socket that I bought was $14. So I got the whole thing, fixed for $25.
Right.
But it took like 10 hours.
Jeez. Multiple trips to the store.
Right. And me trying over and over and over to try and get that thing to break free until we got the impact wrench there. It wasn't budget. But we finally got it. And we got hot water. I didn't have to go. I was already to the point of, all right, I just need a new water heater. And I already called the place where I got this one because I just put this one in. This has probably been 10 years ago. And it was $649.
Well, now water heaters only have a life expectancy of about 10 years.
Mm. Well, I didn't know that. Whenever I was telling them at the store, they told me the same thing. 10 to 12 years is what you can expect. He said, the lady at the store said, if you continuously flush it like you're supposed to at least once a year, you can get an extra 5 or 6 years out of it. And I said, flush it?
Who the hell does that?
What is the flushing it? And then I went on YouTube and looked that up. Yeah. And whenever I pulled out the bottom element, I'm thinking, why are all these white rocks coming out of my water heater? And then after watching YouTube, it was calcium deposits from our hard well water coming on contact with the burner and all that crap. But now I know you're supposed to flush out the water heater. And I know how to do it now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
Right. I mean,
I know about it, but I don't ever do it. And now we've got the.
You got the tankless.
We went and got tankless, And I tell you what, amazing.
I was gonna say, can you really tell the difference?
Absolutely. Like, Peg could probably tell you, she's still here. I mean, used to be you'd run 2 showers and you'd be freezing cold water. I mean, basically the tank would run out because we were in that 12-year mark. So we needed a new one anyway. But if 2 people took a shower, you were completely out of water and you had to wait like hours for it to heat back up.
Oh, wow.
And this, back to back, run the dishwasher, run everything, and it's great.
Yeah, but I started looking at the tankless option whenever I thought I was going to have to replace it. Because I know, because you know, I see yours, and you just had yours done. And so I went to Amazon and I started looking.
Oh, no.
No?
Don't go to Amazon.
Oh, I think they know as I was flipping it.
Oh, no. I'm saying Amazon. Call. So we went to the gas company. They just tack it onto your bill, and each month you pay a little extra. You pay extra, whatever your bill is, right? And you pay more, whatever the payment would be for that. And over the next 10 years, it's going to be paid off. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it took our bill from like $10 or $15 because we don't really have anything gas. It took it from like $10 to like $100, but for endless water, hot water.
Well, we don't have gas where I live. We have electric. And the reason I did not go with tankless and go ahead and just replace it is because after I was watching the videos and installation, I mean, looking at in my closet where the water is, I'm like, man. And I looked at the unit and I was like, you got a cold water inlet, hot water outlet, and you got power. I said, it's just 2 hoses. It's easy. And then I look at my water coming into my water tank. I got 2 hoses. I got a cold and a hot, and I got power. And then I had a purge valve that goes straight, to the bottom under the house and stuff for the pressure valve thing. But then I started reading the instructions and all, and realized I got to have a double pole 60 amp breaker. I got to have 6 gauge wire going from the breaker panel to the tank. And I'm like, well, let me go look at my breaker box. I went and checked. Double pole, 60 amp breaker, check. And then I looked at the wire coming into the tank. I'm like, how do I know if this is 6 gauge or not? And because it's not written on the sheath around the cable. And so I got a wire stripper tool that has the gauges and stuff with little holes in there. So I got the tool and I'm sticking the wires into it. And said, no. So I'm going to have to get new wire ran from my breaker box to where the hot water heater is. And I'm like, I'm not an electrician. I'm not going to be the one to run new wires for something that's important like that.
Well, yeah.
I'd run a new wire to an outlet in the wall or something, because I did that for my shed and I did it for my light in the wheelhouse. But I saw all that and I decided it wasn't going to be a good move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not an electrician. I'll call a guy. Like, I don't even like wiring up like little 12-volt stuff. But
my white shed, I ran all the electricity to it. I ran all the wiring for the outlets and for the 2 lights. My light in the wheelhouse, I ran that. But I mean, again, that's just little, 120 runs. But to do 240 and to replace all the wire, I'm like, I'm not going to try that.
Right. No, I agree. So we only got a couple eggs left. Let's just go ahead and cook those up for the dogs, and then we'll drop this yolk right there. This is just for the dogs. The new pup's doing really good, so we'll give her a treat. Hey, you're home.
Yeah,
Huh?
They didn't need you.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, we're finishing up here. Hey, Cubbo. P was in a little bit.
Yeah, she's on phone mode.
Huh?
She's on phone mode.
Oh. Okay. Trying to make this look. I should put the bacon underneath. That's what I'm going to do. Good call. Put the bacon underneath. That way the patty's up on top. Okay, you didn't want grits.
Give me a little bit. I mean, I'll taste it since you got the cheese and stuff in there.
Is that enough?
That's plenty. But I did learn a lot about tankless water heaters, watching YouTube and seeing all the different installations. And then when I went to Amazon looking, realized I can buy me a tank for $300.
Mm-hmm.
And the replacement tank for what I've got now was $649. So I'm like, man, I'll just buy this $300. I'll go in the closet, I'll just pack it up on the wall, change these water hoses down, I'll be done. That's not, it wasn't that simple.
It sounds good.
It does.
What's up, Cub? You were going to say something.
A lot of the roads I drove on today were not the best.
The wet.
Wet and like icy.
Icy?
Icy whenever it's 45 degrees outside?
Downtown. They're a little icy.
Okay.
Man, that's weird.
And I don't know if it needs hot sauce, but
Everything needs hot sauce.
Not everything.
Your ranch dressing needs hot sauce.
they do make ranch dressing with hot sauce.
Yes, they do.
And it is good.
So you were done with this, right?
Yep. I forgot my parsley. I just bought it just for this.
What are you going to do with your rainy day?
I have no idea. I'm just glad I don't have to be out there working in it.
You know, I like this chopped parsley. The Powerball. Boring way to spend money. It is. The Honey Badger, or Charlie said he just got his water heater. Boring way. I'm telling you, man, we went tankless, and for Cub, what do you think of the tankless?
I like it because I can take the longest, hottest shower of my life.
So,
And no one complains about how long, because typically I take all the hot water.
yes.
But now, I don't.
You know, we don't really take long. I'm in and out of the shower in 5 or 6 minutes. Nobody, even Teresa and the kids, showers only take 5 or 6 minutes.
70% of my shower is just listening to music, enjoying the hot water.
Yep. Well, I will give you this. And then
Dad,
here's
what
the
are
hot
you going to
sauce.
do with your rainy day?
I don't know. Probably clean up.
Are you feeling okay?
What do you mean?
You're going to clean?
Well, I got to clean up this. Let me cut this off here. Go to that. And then let me back this fella here out. Oh, we still got plenty of time. Get a little snappy snap. You want to try it, Cub?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you for the offer.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
The concentration. I'm sorry. All right. Well, you need a fork.
Yes, sir.
Are those black bean burgers?
No.
Collard green.
No.
Collard green patties.
No. If it was a black bean burger, I would have tried it.
Maybe next week if I have black beans in the pantry.
I like black bean burgers.
Mm.
That's flavor-wise, it tastes better than just plain grits,
Mm-hmm.
but it still has that sandy texture, and it feels like I got a mouthful of sand. So I think that's the main reason I don't eat grits. I don't like the texture.
Fair enough. You could add more pimento cheese to it, and that would help make it more creamy. You know, just a little splash of milk would help.
But flavor-wise, it doesn't taste bad at all.
Okay. So it's just the texture. It's the
Right.
creamy. It needs more creamy. So a little more pimento cheese. I think you'd be on it.
That patty is really, really good.
Yeah!
Y'all are ridiculous.
Yeah! I didn't want to say anything, but you know, I thought it was pretty good myself.
It is. It's
Hey,
really
Cub, here. You can split that between the pups. Thank you.
Remy, Rex.
I did it! Rusty likes it. He really, really likes it. I do like it. Versus the last time that I had the spinach, the collard green is a much more pungent flavor. Like it stands out more. I'm impressed.
Mm-hmm.
So, Rusty likes devil's food. Hell's frozen over. No, it's like 38 degrees right now. It's not frozen. And it's raining, not snowing. But no, I'm digging that. I'm really digging it.
Me too. That is really, really good.
You know, with just a little bit of hot sauce on the top, the bacon inside it. I think, you know, I'm gonna say the grease, the extra little grease in there, added to it, but So we answered the question. You can substitute frozen and thawed spinach for a can of collards in this recipe, and it will be good.
I really think that having just cheddar cheese instead of that cojita cheese,
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be better. I can't say better. I think you could taste the cheese better.
Yeah.
Because you can't really taste the cheese. You can get the texture from the cheese, but you can't have no flavor.
Right,
But I
right.
think you could taste the cheese better if it was, you know, like
It'd have to be a sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar or something like that.
Yep. But again, I went with what I had.
Right.
And
it held together perfectly. It didn't fall apart when I went to flip it.
Which was kind of, you know, one, I didn't want to go to the store. And two, I was like, I got the cojita that it would do that. It would kind of help bind it like a grated parm kind of would and melt a little bit. So, Kotiha. Yes. I'm sorry, I butchered it. Charlie might have been the troll that was getting on me. I'm not going to. Man. You know, for a pantry raid, this was pretty darn good. So for my F3 guys that probably aren't watching this, which is fine, this could be a breakfast. Hey, what's up, Stephen and Jacqueline? My brother from down under. Well, he's not really down under. He's the island brother. Wow. And that collard green, though, you get that pungent collard green flavor, but it's not off-putting at all.
See, I don't think I would like this with spinach, because spinach has got such an irony flavor to it. I don't like spinach because of that irony flavor I get. None of the collard greens I love.
Yeah. But hey, I'm down with it. And you know, I just did this open face. You can make it a sandwich, and it's really good. But pantry raids, not to be confused with your college days, Charlie.
Pantry, not panty.
Yeah. Be consistently busy. I tried that. The grammar Nazi. Yeah. It's all right. I mispronounce stuff all the time. I like to say it's because of the radiation, but my wife says I can't use that as an excuse all the time. But it works.
Especially since you were mispronouncing it before the radiation.
I didn't even know what that cheese was until about a year ago, so.
Isn't that the same one that comes in a round circle that crumbles? The crumbly cheese?
Yeah.
We use that whenever we make the elote at home.
Yeah.
And it is so salty. That is the saltiest cheese I think I've ever had.
Oh, I don't know about that one. But, yeah. We always buy it in the bag just because I'm going to sprinkle it in the elote. That's what we made it was the elote. We always get that.
The only way, I've never seen it in the bag. I've only seen it in the wheel. And so that's all we've ever bought. I don't know, maybe it's saltier because it's in the wheel or it's not processed. I don't know, but that's a salty cheese.
Some carnitas. Ooh. That sounds good.
I'm really excited about doing this beef tongue that I got.
So I was thinking, so Pay had made a beef tongue a while back, years ago. And it's a long process. I mean, Charlie makes it, and he does it in the Instapot that I know. So you might look up Instapot ways.
Okay.
Because the way Pay did it was we had to boil it for so long, then cut the skin off, and then take the inside and smoke it. And then pull it off, or you could oven roast it, and then pull it off, and then let it cool and slice. So it's a little longer process than an hour. It's like an all day thing.
That's what I told Teresa. I said, you can't do that on the live Sunday morning, but we can easily make a video and just post the video.
Yep. I think Instapot would probably be the fastest way. I don't know. I don't have an Instapot, so
I got one.
But that might be the fastest way. Charlie doesn't like paying the price for Coors. Too expensive. Oh, the Coors and the mountains are always cold in Colorado. Because the Coors can, the mountains turn blue.
Didn't know they turned blue, but I know that there's pictures of mountains on it.
Yeah. So when it's cold, the mountains are blue.
Oh wow.
When it's warm, they don't turn blue.
Wow.
Yeah. The more you know.
I had no idea.
Yeah, even though I don't drink, I still keep up with some of the stuff. But hey, so we've been on about an hour now. What do you think?
I think this was a win, man. Good job. Good idea.
Crazy ideas, man. Silly. It worked. I like the cheese grits.
Now I got to get home and make sure I still have a house since I left Teresa in charge of the fire.
That could be crazy.
Yeah, we started at a fireplace last night for the first time in like 3 years. And it wasn't really cold enough for it, but my wife just wanted it. And so we burned through a good bit of wood, but ran it all night. And then my son, it was about 10 o'clock, knowing that we're in bed, he sends us a text. Is it okay if me and Peyton start a fire? Because his girlfriend's name is Peyton.
Yeah, not my pet.
Not his Peyton. And so asked to start the fire. So I went into and I told him, I said, well, first I said, we just burned a lot of wood. We need to get the shovel, clean out all the ash and everything else and get it all cleaned up because I don't want you piling more on top of what we got. I said, and then go ahead and start it. And then Teresa, she told me, she said, you just gonna let him in there? I said, baby, he's an Eagle Scout. He knows how to start fires. And so
she birthed an Eagle Scout. Same thing, right?
But whenever I got up this morning, Tommy went through the fire. He closed it all up like he's supposed to. I went ahead and cleaned up all the ash from last night and got it in the bucket and just got it all nice and clean because I know that she's going to want a fire today. Well, church got, I don't know if it got canceled or what because of the weather and the snow and sleet was supposed to be coming. But anyway, she decided she wasn't going today. As I'm walking out the door to come over here, she says, tell me how to start this fire. And I'm like, baby, I got to go. She said, you ain't got to do it. Just tell me how. And so I said, okay, first you're going to have to get 2 pieces of wood, set them in the iron grate there, put them in a channel like this to create a V, get our fire starters, put them right there in the V.
This is where we stop. And we come back and we say 15 minutes or 15 hours later, and he's still telling the story on how he.
And so I'm telling her, and then I said, let me just go over here and do this. So she said, no, you need to go. You go to Lee's. I'll do it. I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and get it started for you. So I started the fire for her. And
this conversation started at 5 in the morning, and we don't go live until 9.
But I was wondering if I was going to be here in time today. I bet you were too.
I was just like, well, whatever. Well,
but I got here with maybe 6 or 7 minutes to spare. But now go home and make sure we still got a house.
I haven't heard the fire department.
No. And she hadn't texted me.
Yeah,
hey, how do I put this out?
I didn't hear the fire department, so you're probably good because it would have left from right down the street. So, all right, well, let's get out of here. Y'all have a great week, and I don't know, we'll see you next week. You send us out?
Let's do it.
Remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week.
Have a great week, guys. Y'all be careful out there.
Y'all be careful out there. And